Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and as you can see, there's somebody riding my e-bike behind me, and that's my 10-year-old grandson. And so when he found out that I was out there picking up empty shells, he wanted to go out and collect him some. And so this is where we're headed. And I know he's not wearing a helmet, so please don't comment because we're aware of that. I have a helmet that I gave him to wear, but it didn't fit. And so I think he's going to have to get a helmet if he's going to ride that, because that thing gets up to 25 miles an hour, and if you crash and burn, it really hurts your head. So anyway, and the way we're going, the first time I went to go pick up shells, I didn't know where it was, and so I went around the loop of that great big field and found it finally. So now that I know where it's located, we're making a little bit of a shorter trip, and we're down along that there lower part, headed to where we turn to the east. So anyway, he just uses the throttle. It's not like he doesn't know how to ride a bike. When we moved down here from Washington State, my wife and I, because she had been watching him from the time he was a baby, and so we moved down about 7 years ago, and to follow so we could help continue to watch him while his parents worked. All right, now we're headed east, going up that road that goes up the middle of that great big green field. So anyway, we followed him down here, and we've been watching him and taking care of him and everything. We don't do so much anymore, but when he was younger, and when he was about 5 years old, I think it was, that's a guess, but that's about where he was, we got a little glider, and we lived in the HOA. And then the HOA, the houses are built a little bit higher. I mean, the property is a little bit higher than the street for flood control. And so we got a little glider, and then I'd set him up at the top of our driveway, and then he would go down the incline, and I'd catch the handlebars just as he got down to the street. And we did that over and over, and he got used to kind of balancing at that, doing that. And then his dad had a little bike that he fixed up for him, and so then I took him out in the street, ran along holding on to him so he wouldn't tip over, and he over and over again, and finally he got to where he was able to balance. And when I did that with my kids, I would tell them I was holding on to it, but I really wasn't. Yeah, there's a proud grandpa for sure. Anyway, so that's how I got him trained how to ride a bike. And then as time went by, his dad got him a little tiny scooter that he could ride on, the electric one. And then if you've been following my channel, you know that he's also got a stand-up scooter that he used to ride when we'd go to the park and stuff, and I'd ride my bike and he'd ride his little scooter. So, but finally his dad said to him when we were going to leave, I was asking him what he's going to ride, and his dad suggested he try the e-bike, and I hadn't even given it any thought, but sure enough, his legs are a little short, as you will see when we get to the end of the road here. But he's strong. For his age, he's a very strong young man. So, and there I told him, I said, you go ahead and lead the way all the way down this road. And so he has no problem. He just gave it the throttle, and that's how he'll have to ride it until. That's probably how he'll ride it, period. That's how his dad rides it. His dad says, why bother to pedal when you got a throttle? So anyway, and as far as me and my helmet, when I was riding the e-bike, at first I didn't wear a helmet, and then when I crashed and dislocated my shoulder, I got all kinds of comments that I need to wear a helmet. And so I agreed. So that's when I started wearing a helmet when I rode my e-bike. And so when I got the trike, it only goes 13 miles an hour maximum speed, and I got 3 wheels, and so unless I'm going to be out in traffic or something like that, I don't generally wear a helmet. But I did wear it a couple of times so far when I was going like into town and so forth. So down there at that very end down there, you can see where the road kind of looks like it ends. It actually turns right and heads on further south around the field. But we're going to turn in there, and we're going to be on the path. If you watch my previous video, we're going to be on the path that leads to the place where they do all their practice shooting. And when I got there, I looked all over, couldn't find any shells that could be reloaded, but he has much better eyes. And when we left, he had his pockets filled full of brass and aluminum empty shells. And I don't think, he just wanted to collect them. We were out there for about 45 minutes, and he went around every time he saw one, and he could see them. I missed him when I was out there looking, but anyway, he filled his pockets up and took them home, and they're his collection from the good time. I remember when I was a kid, I would save all kinds of stuff, but that's how kids are, and it's fun being a kid. Now, we're getting there close. We're getting down to where, this is where the practice area is, where they shoot their guns, and I'll put a link to the other videos that relate to this either at the end or in the descriptions. So here we are. We made it, and here he goes by, and like I said, he's a little short for the bike, but I'm super proud of him, and he did a great job. And then he rode home, no problem, but he does have the shorter legs. So Grandpa comes up, and he was nervous. He got off on the wrong side of the bike, so I put down the kickstand, and then I was so proud of him, I wanted to say thanks for going with me. And so that's how it went. That's the e-bike ride that my grandson took for his first time. I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.